The Jeremy White Show.
Jeremy White. Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Hanging out live 2019 on stage, which is really bizarre for me because this is really cool, with Bryan Adams.
Just before the show.
Just before the show. Yeah, no, it's going to be full after this, believe me. Welcome back to Montreal.
Thank you.
Montreal's a Bryan Adams town.
Wow, I love it here. I can't believe it. It's great to be back.
And I mean, sold out again. And I believe you're coming back in the summertime for another show.
I think so.
July 2nd, I believe.
I think so.
That's going to sell out right off the bat.
Well, I'm hoping.
So, night after night, how are you doing this 29-song set list? Like,
is that how many songs it is?
Well, I was looking at last night, and it was 29. I was like,
wow.
Jeez.
Well,
I can't even do 2 in my shower.
Well, it's my job.
Shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light. Everywhere you go, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light.
Brand new record coming out.
Yep.
Very soon. I was listening to the new single, and as soon as I heard, I didn't even know that you worked with Ed Sheeran on it.
Oh, right.
But so pre-chorus and the chorus, that little guitar lick there, immediately I thought, I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of like Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran. And then sure enough, I realized that I looked it up, and Ed Sheeran's a co-writer on that. You
Yep.
collab with him. How did that collaboration come about?
We were both in Dublin, and I went and saw a show, became friends, and wrote a song together.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I wrote the chorus and sent it to him, and he sent me the verse. That's how it worked.
Okay. So the chorus is Bryan Adams, verses are Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
You should have got him on the track.
I asked him. He didn't want to do it.
No.
He was just happy just doing his own thing.
Yeah. That would have been cool, though. And he also working with J-Lo on this new record as
Yeah.
well. What was that like?
It was.
Were you guys actually in the studio together working on the song, or was it kind of thing where like, oh, it's transatlantic, let's send each other demos?
I sent her the track.
Okay.
And then I got her engineer involved, and we did some back and forthing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. See, I always wonder about that, about collaborations these days, because it's like, with the internet and everything, you don't have to be in the studio with the person.
Well, you can actually do recordings sort of transatlantically. You can actually do FaceTime and watch what people are doing.
That's true.
When I've recorded film things in the past, that's how it's been working. For a
Right.
long time, it's been like that.
Oh, nice. Well, you're excited for the brand new record, obviously. You
Of
must
course.
be really proud of it.
Very.
Last one was 2015, I believe.
Yep.
I was joking about it with my buddy. I was like, it almost sounds like Mutt should have been like on this song with you, because like I could hear like Mutt-style backing vocals, like shine a light, or something like,
Well, yeah, but I'm sure I'll work with Mutt again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that like happening?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'd like to, of course. We talk still a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, we're always going to be great friends because we spent most of the 90s together.
I mean, Waking Up the Neighbors Alone, it's my top 5 favorite records of all time. Like,
Thank you.
I've listened to that top to bottom. I know it so well. And
But that's where I met you last time. Was on the 30th.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I even remember
Was
asking
it
you.
25th anniversary.
25th
right?
anniversary. Yeah, it was 2012. I
Right.
think it was. Yeah, and I remember that was the first thing I asked you. I'm like, tell me some Mutt stories.
There's a
So
lot of them.
I can imagine.
Sure.
Hey, give me a really good Mutt story then.
I don't even know where to start.
I remember last time we spoke, I asked you about recording the backing vocals, and you said that you were so surprised with how many layers he does.
Well, on one particular song, I remember we'd recorded. I think it was on "Thought I Died and Gone to Heaven." Because we had a 48-track machine. Because we didn't. There was Pro Tools didn't exist back then or anything digital.
There's 48 tracks on tape?
48 tracks on tape.
Wow.
It was digital tape, and so we recorded 48 tracks of one background vocal. I think it was "Thought I Died and Gone to Heaven," the chorus.
Right.
And then we finished it, and I was like, wow, that sounds great. He goes, well, that's the left channel.
So you did 48 more for the right.
Yeah.
And even the
All
like,
those.
All those.
All those, yeah.
So you do 48 each
So there was like,
each line, really.
yeah, 100
Wow.
channels of vocals.
That's crazy. And even the drums on that record, like, so were those done through the Fairlight?
It was a combination of live
Mm-hmm.
recording and the Fairlight.
So the the samples would come out of the Fairlight, and then like the cymbals would be overdubbed, kind of thing, or
That and sometimes there was real performance intermingled with the steadiness of the Fairlight.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, so there's a couple of like couple elements on there where you hear some like real toms kind of blended in, and I'm like, oh, that's probably a live performance there.
Yeah, and also we had Clear Mountain mixing it, so Clear Mountain would have added.
Yeah, what was that dynamic like? You have Mutt as a producer, and then you have Clear Mountain like mixing it.
It was
like,
the A team.
Yeah, because usually it would have been Mutt and Shipley, but then you have Clear Mountain. It was kind of like one of the original mixers, really.
Yep.
You know.
So no, it was good. It worked out fine.
What was the biggest difference between Clear Mountain on Reckless and then Mutt?
Oh, you really can't compare.
No.
No.
So to have them mixing the record,
Keith Scott, my guitarist, and I often say that working with Mutt for 10 years was like going through the University of Rock.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Seriously, I mean, he was unbelievable. I learned a lot, and I think I became a much better singer for working with him.
Yeah, because I mean, first and foremost, he's a bass player and a singer.
Well, he's just an all-round musician. He's one of the greatest producers of all time, and
yeah. I mean, I have
we
like a PhD guy, so.
really have a lot of respect for him, and would love to work with him again.
What's like the biggest lesson you learned? Are you still incorporating some of those lessons you learned from Mutt in the songwriting today, or production?
There
ideas?
really isn't a rule when it comes to songwriting and Mutt, because he would always surprise me with where he would go, would take things.
Right.
But he would also learn from us and from other people he's worked with in the past.
Okay.
He's very, very, very clever. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast with Jim Valance, and he was talking about the Pretty Woman Broadway show.
Right.
And he said something really funny, where he said that you guys would, you've been working on this thing for 4 years, and you write a song, and then the director would come back and say, you know what, this isn't really fitting the scene. Can you go and rewrite it?
Right.
So as a songwriter, like trying to put this thing together, like does that get into your mind? Like, oh, like is this good enough?
Jim may not have been as ready for it as I was, because if we get back to Mutt would often say to me, let's make your chorus a verse and write a new chorus.
Wow.
So that kind of stuff would happen. And so I was very used to and then again I did it again on Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, that film, the animated film back in the 2000s, where I had DreamWorks and the writing and the directorial team coming in and saying, yeah, we need to change this, we need to change that, we need to change this, you need to write a new one here, you write a new one there, finish this one, da-da-da. So it was always, there was, you spend literally the whole 9 o'clock in the morning till midnight in the studio writing to make it work. And so I don't think Jim had been through that kind of...
He wasn't ready.
That kind of grind.
Yeah.
So when I did it was like, okay, here we go again.
Right.
I get this, but I had to sort of talk him off the ledge a few times.
Yeah. Well, like you said,
there was a lot of sandwiches. Like we'd walk back and I'd take him for a sandwich, and okay, it's gonna be okay, man. We're gonna get this.
It's that intense though. Like. Sure. Oh man. It's true, because I've read stories about Mutt, the song "Photograph" of Def Leppard. They're like, okay, the entire song, the entire chorus changed during the mix. So it's like you're constantly.
Listen, I'll tell you a great Mutt story. Here, we got this song, and I think the song on the album was called "Not Guilty."
Okay.
And I really liked the chorus, but the verse just wasn't working.
Okay.
And I kept saying, Mutt, I just don't think this verse is very good. We need to write a new verse. And he finally went, stop the machine. He put all the tracks in record for the verse, like guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, any vocals, and he put it on record and dropped out for the chorus. And I was like, he kept the drums.
Right.
I said, what did you just do? He goes, well, you didn't like the verse. Let's write a new verse. So that was it. It was gone.
It was just gone.
Gone forever.
And you can't Control Z that.
No, it's gone.
Oh my God.
Gone forever.
Do you remember what it was?
Nope.
Man.
It wasn't good enough. That's all I know. But that's the kind of thing that would always blow my mind. And he was really cool with it. He'd be like, "Man, let's write another one."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense, man.
No, it was great.
That's
it was really cool. It was actually a great lesson. The thing about songwriting, and this is the thing I'd always say to songwriters, is to be less precious about your work, and always be open to making it better.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
I love stories like that because I'm such a big Mutt fan that it's like,
I gathered that.
Yeah. Well, a big fan of yours as well,
Right, well.
Shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light. Everywhere you go, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light.
So hey man, back in Montreal tonight for a big show. What can Montreal expect aside from this big 29 set song, Liz?
I just gonna go out there and rip it. That's the idea.
They usually do.
Yep.
And then if they miss out tonight, or they can all come back in July for the second show.
Well, listen, it's only one day at a time. That's me. Okay.
That's a good song title.
One day at a time. Just keep thinking about what's gonna happen tonight. That's very important for me right now.
Brand new single, Shine a Light. You can hear it at the Beat 92.5. Brand new record coming out March 1st, I believe.
Yes.
Very excited for it. Thanks a lot for taking some time to chat today.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.